Morning, guys. We got the heater running, got the old Venom in here, and you can already see we got something going on with the track. So when we bought this, we knew it had a loose wheel bearing over here on this rear idler. That one's a little sticky. Oh, it's hitting the there's a small one. Those are both pretty wore out. How about all right, looks like we're taking this axle out too. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to let the suspension down. I kind of prefer Polaris already. Polaris has just got that big coil spring with one long leg, and you just pop it out of the holder and boom, she's loose. I think. So I'll probably end up stacking some boards, and I think I got my floor jack still available. I got like this little piece of plywood or a 2x6 and kind of support. Anyway, let's get dug into this wheel bearing snap ring fight. So anyway, speaking of snap rings and wheel bearings, this is the inner rear wheel, and then this is the outer rear wheel that's still here, and I cannot for the life of me find a snap ring in here. So I'm going with the story that these are non-serviceable. So I'm trying to get through to the sled dealer. So it sounded like it was these bearings. The previous owner told us, if I remember correctly, it was these bearings. Same as a Polaris, but they're not. They're actually quite a bit different. They're much smaller in diameter, and then the inner shaft size is just way different. So it'd be pretty cool if somebody took a machine shop and opened up the center bore and put some good wheel bearings in here. There's a bike guy or something like that. He's got some videos on his Yamaha, I think Viper, and he'll go in there and tell you some more about the wheel bearings and the fourth wheel kit and all this and that. So let's get cracking. Okay, that's the right size as far as the shaft. Come on. Unstick yourself. Alright, no use leaving that here. So, you see that cotter pin? Yeah, there's threads on in there, but when that bolt came out, it broke the cotter pin and it just pulled everything out with it. Alright, well there's the bearing for that. Man, I wish we could do something for this guy. Or the other one that's gone now. Well, I'm pleasantly surprised. I did not expect to be finding the right wheel bearing in here. So we should be able to give that a little tap back in. Oh, I'm gonna need a whole different socket. Whole different socket entirely. Yeah. It's not going that hard. We'll give it another tap. Center is not the place to be tapping a wheel bearing, but I could have just done it with the hammer handle too. So I think that's acceptable. Alright, I'm pretty sure this was leftover small idler bearings from, yeah, Polaris, somewhere around the year 2000. I had a 99 or something triple, and I have a 2000. I have a pair of 2002s, so it's from one of those. All right, then you want to go around the edge. Bit of a tamp, make sure these guys are all seated. See, that was not quite seated. One way you can tell is how close the two ears are. If they're really close, then something's the matter. Well, that looks good. So we could feasibly put the axle back in. Probably not. Alrighty, well. Here's a spacer that's pretty straight. This is shop vice mark, so we could fix that with some sandpaper. Got a little divot grinding off the old, what's it called? The old bearing race. So I think we should be good. We'll just have to figure out the arrangement. I don't want to do this stupid roll pin thing again. I would much rather just have a bolt in either end like the Polarises have. It'd be pretty easy to cut this guy off here and just put a bolt in it. I just don't really want to be the perpetrator of that. It'd be pretty easy. You could probably drill this out to 2764 and then thread it to 1/2 inch, and then just have a 1/2 inch bolt in there with grade 8 or grade 8 Loctite. So